ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble!
Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Toon Review on this lovely Tuesday evening, as currently Villarreal are 1-0 up after half an hour against Liverpool. I think Liverpool have got a bit of a surprise tonight, the way Villarreal are playing. But hey-ho. Tonight we talk about Newcastle United, the defeat against Liverpool, if anyone wants to talk about the ladies' game, and of course, the upcoming Sunday afternoon fixture at the Etihad, where we take on the potential champions again, Manchester City. We're not quite sure who it's going to be yet, whether it be Liverpool or Man City that do take the title. We've got some guys in the green room. Don't forget you can join us tonight. If you hit the link at the top of the comments, that will bring you through to the StreamYard waiting room. If you do enjoy the show tonight as well, guys, please do hit that like button. Do subscribe. And also hit the join button if you want to become a member of the Toon Review. And, of course, you can donate to the channel, as always, by hitting the $ at the bottom of the live comments. And that will take you through to a payment method. Billy, there's an interesting comment just to start things off. Is Mr. Matthews coming on Fan Forum? Then it would be nice to debate, as Billy mentioned on the watch-along on Saturday. I'm still yet to find out who this Mr. Matthews kiddo is. But I gather he had a bit of a run-in with you and Alex, Billy.
Yeah, he seems to be kind of cherry-picking things for his advantage about Alex Maximan and his contribution to the games on Saturday.
Yeah,
right. And Alex was quite vociferous in his opinion, and so was Bernard or Stanley, whoever he is. I don't think he'll show tonight, but you never know.
Yeah,
Things
you
might
never know.
You never know. He might be a man of the courage of his own convictions. You never know.
Yeah,
I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah. Has it been delayed by 30 minutes? No, we always do 8:30 on a Fan Forum night. Looks like Trippier and Wilson are fit for the weekend. I'd say Trippier. I'm not sure about Wilson yet. We'll wait and see on that one. Dallas, how are you all from across the pond here in beautiful SFO? NorCal? Is that San Francisco, is it? Glorious times to be a mag. Toon. Ronald, good evening to you. Pedro says, I hope Trippier's fit for the weekend. I don't think Wilson will play. You never know. We might win with a lucky goal in the 91st minute. Stranger things have happened. Good evening, Gary. Hope you're well. Evening, Steph. Pedro says, apparently Lukaku wants to stay at Chelsea or return to Inter. Yes, he can go or stay for me, as we don't want him. Phew. I've never heard once anybody say about Lukaku coming to Newcastle, but that's a very new one on me. Indeedy do. Gary, Goatfather's in the house. Danielle is in the house. Of course, she's going to bed very shortly because she's got work. No, Dominic, Danielle's not on tonight. She's got a very, very early start tomorrow. Darren, good evening. Evening all. I see Man United have been at their respectful best to Lingard again. He's been there since he was 9, but wouldn't have even put him on to say goodbye. The Toon will respect him, though. Horrible club. Yeah, it was a strange thing, that, and Billy, and obviously Lingard's brother's come out and... he's come out on Instagram and absolutely hammered him. Hammered the club.
Quite rightly so as well. As the lad mentioned there, the services given to Manchester United. And even in January, he didn't kick up too much of a stink. He could have done. He could have easily kicked up a stink to get away from Manchester United.
He could. Yeah, definitely.
But he remained loyal to the club that was employing him. He'll be gone. He'll be gone for his career. It'll be best he does in the summer. And Ralph Ragnick was trying to excuse it by saying that Jesse didn't want to be at the game. He kind of has to go home after training, and I don't know. But he's right about it being a horrible club. It is from top to bottom.
Indeed. Tom says, evening everyone, could do with some laughter cheering up, really strolling at the minute. Keep your chin up top. We'll try and give you a laugh tonight. Some of the people that would get on this Fan Forum who I can see waiting to get on. The rabble, the usual rabble.
I could see them, Paul.
Yeah, rabble. Billy. That's all they are. Hopefully a more chilled show tonight without Ginger piping up since he got banned. He'll not be on here. Did you watch that last night?
I did.
Yeah.
Ginger Hosking would cause an argument in the phone box.
He would. Listen, I'm all for people having their opinions, but when they start getting abusive, I can't be bothered with it, and especially abusing other viewers. I'm not having it, just not having it at all. So, yeah, he can kiss my hind. Bradley says, evening, lads and lasses. Nice to watch the rest of the season play out with Toon Review's dulcet tones guiding my way. Indeed, you'll have my dulcet tones for the Man City and Burnley game, and you'll have Billy's dulcet tones for, of course, the home game against Arsenal. So there won't be any problems with that. You've got Sky Sports, haven't you, Billy? So there'll not be a problem with that much along. So we're cool. We're cool anyway. We have options. So there you go. Evening, all you lovely people. Looking forward to a good fan forum tonight and a bit crack. Julie, good evening. Right, we may as well bring some rabble on now. We've got Adrian, we've got Chippers, Ryan. Who else we got here? We've got the King of Qatar, we've got the King of Dublin, and we've got David. Oh no, just as I pressed, David's having problems, guys. He tried to get on last week. I've just pressed to get him on, and he's disappeared again.
John told me he's coming on soon.
Did he really?
Yeah.
All right, well, interesting. Yeah, he came. He was there last week. He came on. He was in the waiting room with 30 seconds left of the show, so I don't know what happened to him. David's trying to get on, bless him. Anyway, good evening, forum. How are we doing?
Yeah,
Good
good.
evening, everybody.
Good.
I'm all right.
Are we all groovy? Adrian, we'll start with you. How was your views on the Liverpool game? What did you think?
I think 1-0. Again, I was disappointed we didn't get anything from the game. I thought we could have. 1-0 wasn't a bad result. I mean, we didn't get drummed like we did against Spurs, and the boys did put up a bit of a good fight. It's just Mickey with his offsides. He's getting a bit like Cisse with it.
Yeah,
with good old habits.
It's a bit very frustrating. I mean, Roy, did you expect that to happen on Saturday? Was that your expectation of the game, or do you think we maybe paid them a bit too much respect and stood off them a bit too much?
Yeah, I thought maybe we could have had a bit of a go, but I think they've got more quality than us all over the pitch. Anyway, I was happy when I saw the lineup and Arnold wasn't there, so I thought Maximum might have a field day with that left back.
Yeah, Gomez played all right, didn't he?
Yeah, he was good.
The depth that they've got, but they are under tremendous pressure. Oh, hang on.
They're getting beat as it is now.
Look
like a penalty, but I'm not sure.
I thought that was a penalty as well. Yeah, just looking at it.
I think Alisson's got the ball. He's got the ball. Look, he's played the ball.
Well,
looked like he tried jumping over the keeper there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but Alisson's got the ball, so I can't see it being a penalty.
No, he got the ball, I think.
There's 2 players down for Villarreal at the minute, but who's that?
Me, sorry.
Wow, what a bad co-host.
Stu, good evening, mate. He says, evening, Paul, Billy, and all you gorgeous lot in the chat. How's the Toon Review family? The neat, we're good. Billy,
put on silent.
He's using it as a camera, right? Because his laptop one is a VGA camera and it's absolute poo. So we'll let him sort himself out there. No worries. Joshua, good evening. Geordie Toon for Life's in the house. Brian, good evening. Nunes definitely Newcastle bound. Man U is not a project, just a new manager, so he's coming to us, fingers crossed. I think he set tongues wagging about this bloody new project. Ryan, Nunes would be a great signing, obviously, and he's said that he's coming to England. He's coming to a project. Do you think that project is us?
Could possibly be. I mean, you look at it, I think strikers should be attractable for us. Just because, like, we could sell him the dream of, you could be the next Alan Shearer if you want, or try to replicate his legacy. And if I was a striker nowadays, a young striker like him, there's less pressure coming to us than like an Arsenal or Man United, where the standards are rock bottom there. And an exciting time for us. Like, if we get things right, in 2 or so years, we can be competing with Arsenal and Man United, no doubt about it. So I'd take him. Like, we talk about any names, and most of them are going to be upgrades on our players, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. David, you keep messaging me saying you're fixed, but there's nothing there, mate. There's nothing there. One man that is there is Archer. My God, this is early for you.
Good evening. Right?
Evening, buddy. How are you doing?
Right.
Good. Chippers, I mean, what did you think of the game on Saturday? Were you impressed with how we? I mean, let's face it, we only lost 1-0, a potential quadruple win inside, and let's face it, you know, Liverpool are a very, very good football team.
Yeah, I think when you look back on it, it was an if, buts, and maybes kind of game, wasn't it? Because we could say we could have attacked them, but then they could have just opened up like a can of worms, and people can say we could have done this and that bad. But the fact is, if you'd said 1-0 at the start of them, then you would gladly take it because it's not an embarrassment, and it shows that we have come a far way. But it shows that, like as you said on your video, it's sort of a glass half full performance because it shows how far we can go, you know. Like, so it's. I thought they would win. Yeah. I thought it could be 2-0 to them. So I mean, I'll take 1-0. I'm more worried about this Sunday's game.
By the way, they've just equalised.
Oh, really? Oh, my
God. It's 2-2 on aggregate. Do you know what it is? They've got it. All the pundits were saying today, nobody give Villarreal a chance. Everybody said, oh, they're going to, you know, Liverpool are through, all of this crap. And I thought, nah, hang on a second. Villarreal are a good side at home. They've beaten Bayern Munich. They've beaten Juventus. These guys are no slums. And yeah, they played shite last week against Liverpool at Anfield, but they kept the score to 2-0, and now it's 2-2.
Francis Coquelin, former Arsenal guy.
Well, yeah, the Villarreal are made up of basically Premier League rejects. They are. But
specifically North London once, Paul. There's Lo Celso, Coquelin, there's the
Capu,
Capu,
Dan Juma from Bournemouth.
Managed by the Arsenal manager.
Yeah, the right back that's New Yorker for a quarter, 1 Foyth.
Foyth, Dublin, good evening.
Good evening.
How's that shiny bald head of yours this evening?
Nice and shiny.
He's looking more like True Geordie every day.
It looks like a marble floor, mate. It's that clean. What do you think of this comment? Mitrovic is definitely worth a punt, or give them Chris Wood as a part exchange.
I take him over Wood.
I would as well.
But if we have a chance of getting like Nunes or something like that, like go for them.
Yeah, obviously, 100%. But listen, the reason I bring up Mitrovic, right, is people, not less than a few weeks ago were saying, oh, Brereton Diaz or whoever from the Championship is banging in the goals. Even Solanke's name got mentioned, by the way.
I would say Mitro.
Yet Mitro is just destroying them all. Chip, as you're shaking your head, I mean, why?
What he's done is a great achievement. I'm fair play to him, but I just think there's better defenders in the Premier League. There's VAR in the Premier League. I mean, there's stuff I've seen him do in the Championship where he's arguably assaulted players and got away with it by pushing them over for no reason, and like what he did when he was here the first time.
Chip is pushing them over, isn't assaulting them, really, is it?
I know, but
you know what VAR's like most of the Premier League these days, and he doesn't get accused.
What VAR's like. If things like that, you get sent off for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get sent off for that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when I watched Fulham yesterday, there was a lot of Mitrovic's game that I didn't see at Newcastle. You know, coming back, the through ball he played in the first half was sensational. He just got his head up. What a pass. I think he could still do a job, but I'm not saying he is going to be our first choice, there's much better players out there that we're going to look at. I'm just saying as an option.
Yeah. I just want us to not be that club that if we do sign him and he backfires, that we're the ones that are going to take the sting for it. I would maybe say give him a season back in the Premier League and see what he does then, and then maybe if he scores goals, then go for him. But don't. I would give him that season first to get him back in the league. I wouldn't waste the money first and then say, listen, if he does it next season, fair enough. But no, I wouldn't at this summer.
Interesting. Yeah, a fair point. Jesse Lingard's in the house. They wouldn't even let me wave goodbye. Horrible club. Well, I'm disappointed for you, Jesse, but obviously, get yourself up to the Toon, son. We'll look after you. King of Qatar, Mr. Kaviani.
Hi, mate.
How are you doing?
Man, not bad.
Good,
It's getting
good.
warmer now.
Yeah, it is, but I'm getting some abuse about my glowing skin tones lately when people don't realise that I'm actually dark skinned. A little bit like yourself, mate. But
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I just have to blink at the sun, and my skin darkens even more. But hey, that's just the way it is.
Was fake tan.
No, I think I've got Spanish descendants somewhere down the line. That's where I got my skin tone from.
Pablo,
Piss off, Billy. It's not Moroccan
Persian.
at all. And Susan's got a lot to answer for what she did the other day. A lot to answer for. And Cesare, you and all, you shark wrestling buffoon. When I come and see you, my man, I'll throw you to the damn sharks.
You should be called Pablo Ditchburn, Paul.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, Roy, Saturday's performance, will that give them any confidence going into the City game?
I'm not sure. That City is a completely different team as well, and they'll score more. I think we'll manage to hold on to Liverpool, but I don't think we'll hang on that much against City. I still think they'll probably score 2 or 3 goals against us as well. I hope not, but I'm not optimistic.
Do you see us scoring?
I think we could score, yeah, but I'm not sure now with that Wood. You remember? See, he didn't start with Wood, and then towards the end of the game, I thought if we started with Wood, we might have done better. But then he might have started. And
right. Listen, I know you're best mates with Chris Wood these days, and your little selfie photos together and all that crap, right? But what in God's earth did you see in the 20 minutes that he played on Saturday to say that if Chris Wood had started the game, things might have been very different?
I'm not sure. Maybe it could have been this Liverpool that took their foot off the gas. So I'm not sure. The thing is, overall, Liverpool are much better team than us.
Right. I asked you about Chris Wood, mate. I mean, I know you've probably got framed photos of him above your bed now and all that kind of stuff in celebration. But you couldn't possibly have said in that 20 minutes that he did play that if he started the game, things would have been different. He was shite.
Did he touch the ball?
Well, he certainly didn't jump for the bloody thing. I know that much.
Yeah, it's like once when he was 1-on-1 with the keeper and he was offside and blasted it straight at Alisson. That's
wonderful finish that, wasn't it? I mean, Hosselu would have finished that. You know what I mean? Dallas. Good evening. At the Toon Review, Paul, Newcastle United, New England Patriots. I don't follow the NFL, but I do follow the NHL. New York Rangers are my boys. I support them since I was in ice hockey myself, and the playoffs for them start tonight. So, how are
go on, Rangers.
Let's go, Rangers!
Wait, NHL playoffs are tonight?
Yeah, they started yesterday, Ryan.
Oh, I'm lost in that. I don't even watch hockey anymore.
They started yesterday. Toronto actually shut out Tampa, which was a big shock. 5-0 in the first game. Which
Austin Matthews coming in clutch.
Yeah, there was some brawls in it, mate. There was some brawls.
I feel sorry for Tampa. I feel sorry for Tampa. Well, because it's not the area where you're going to find a lot of voice, is there? It can be hard for them when.
Well, same with LA.
Yeah,
Phoenix,
LA,
Arizona,
Florida, Phoenix,
Las Vegas.
or Arizona Coyotes.
Las Vegas. Yeah, it's
Did you see any penguins last night on it? Was there any penguins?
Funny enough, Chippers, you know who New York Rangers play in the first round of the playoffs?
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pittsburgh Penguins. So John will be supporting them, won't he? Yeah. Obviously. Nigel says 0-1 was a fantastic result. It's bloody harsh to criticise a team that was 20th in January and lost to Cambridge, not to get anything from a team that's chasing the quadruple. David, I don't know what's going on, mate. I can see you, but it's gone off again. It's your internet connection is probably worse, I think, than John Sinclair's, mate. I really genuinely think that. It's half time at Villarreal, 2-0 they are. Darrenson, Nunes, Lingard, and Paqueta. That would be awesome in the summer. Is that something that would tickle the taste buds, Adrian?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm hoping Paqueta comes because I want to see that Brazilian midfield 3 samba dance.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. Everybody, I could just see the whole Gallagher end just samba dancing with them, you know. Billy, we need to get you up there in your Castoria crop top. Hot
pants.
Oh, get in, son. Yes.
Budgie smugglers.
Yeah, you get the
Someone from the
speedos
dollar
out. Oh,
bills.
dear me.
They're doing a lambada, me.
Oh my God! No,
I've seen your
I'm
Facebook
away. I'm
post.
away. I'm away. I'm on the beach. Never mind. We need to get people inside the box. There were times when there was no one there. Interesting. Ryan, no, again, really. I mean, there wasn't anybody in the box, which just says to me why we're screaming out for a striker or two.
Not just a striker for me, but I think the whole attack needs upgrading, in my opinion. Like, we've been winning games under Howell this year. I feel like purely just from shine shop and like doing well defensively.
Everybody wave to Mrs. Toon Review. Evening, Susan.
Okay. Yeah. So I feel like definitely we need a new attack because I feel like this year, calendar year, we've been winning games based off defenses, which is good, obviously, but I don't think we're scoring enough goals, to be honest. Like our top scorer is still Wilson. He's been injured since December. It shows yeah, I like ASM still, but he needs to step up more. Yeah. Almiron needs more goals too. That's why we need winners in the summer and a striker for sure. I know I keep saying, like, guys, don't be upset if we don't sign the biggest names this summer just because we're the richest club, but we still need if we don't get a striker or winner this summer or a striker, I'm going to be furious. But they don't have to be the biggest names as long as they're just someone that's good enough, fits the way we play, and wants to play for the club. Yeah, that's all I ask for in players in that order.
Yeah. Seattle Jody says I would take my grandma over Wood. Nigel says I agree with the. Sorry.
I was going to say I'll take Katie Barker over Wood any day.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I mean, that women's team was brilliant on Sunday. Absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed the day. You know what it is? They played some really good football. You know, the two centre-backs looked solid as rocks. The left winger was absolutely superb. Actually, they all were, to be fair. The captain, you know, I can't remember the names. I do apologize, but you know, the captain, who I believe is leaving at the end of the season, she was brilliant in midfield, scored a penalty, and then brilliant second half performance with some brilliant goals for us to see in the Gallagher end as well. So it was really, really good stuff and great to watch. And credit to them. And Billy, this can only sort of promote the women's game further because Amanda's clearly got options or ambitions, to bring this ladies' team into the Newcastle United umbrella and get them into that Super League.
Yeah, I think the clue's in the name of the club, Newcastle United, and they want to unite all the teams, whether they be ladies or youth teams or reserve teams, or whatever. But it definitely needed doing. We've been playing. Our football club's been dragging itself in the 20th century. We're now in the 21st. We're a quarter of the way through it. Finally, our new owners are bringing us up to speed, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic for the people of Newcastle to see a team that's going to make them proud, as well as the men's team in future. And all power to them, fair play to them, and brilliant on people kind of turning up Sunday, breaking the record, beating Bristol City's previous record. Sorry, Annie, thought I'd mention that. And all of it, I think it's fantastic.
I mean, you know, a lot of people have put the crowd comparisons on social media, and it is incredible how many games that ladies' team let's not forget, this is the fourth tier of English ladies football, and, you know, 22,134 fans. I mean, Roy, that can only happen in Newcastle.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I saw it, and it's like 15th or something in the standing all season. Mm-hmm. Well, understanding of the English football, so yeah, that's amazing. But what does Sunderland get these days? 20 odd, probably.
Well, apparently, Kat's husband put on our Facebook group about the crowd on Sunday and how it beat Sunderland, and my mother, who was a Sunderland fan, didn't take too kindly to his comment, and she went and researched that they've averaged 30,000 apparently this season. I don't know how true that is or not, but that is, you know. So let's face it, though. That's just face
division as well.
Yeah,
that is. But you got to give the Mackems credit for holding 30,000 people in the third tier as well. I mean, that's a phenomenal achievement, if it is true, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Whose fire alarm's going off now?
It's because you get your tickets with a Happy Meal. That's why.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
That was a Malcolm Fraser line.
YT says I would swap Wood for Mitrovic. Julie says it's the ladies in charge tonight, Paul. Isn't that right? So it's the two ladies in the modern tonight. So don't mess with them, whatever you do. Evening, Ginger.
It's Chris.
Yeah, Chris, yeah. Mark says Liverpool getting hammered. Yes, they are. I see someone was caught pissing on a legend statue outside Sunderland Ground. Thoughts, guys? Well, funny enough, those of you who don't know, he's been arrested and he's in custody, and rightly so. I put something out on Twitter myself saying that what people forget, or what idiots like him forget, is that he actually played a big part in Newcastle as well. Made over 250 appearances for the club. His statue could have been outside St James's or the Stadium of Light. And it's at Sunderland simply because, obviously, what he did with them for the Cup final, winning them in 73. And, you don't do that kind of thing. Rivalry aside, we have our banter with the Sunderland fans, and that will always be there. But I've never understood the pure hatred. I've never understood wanting to beat the shit out of each other just because you support a different football club. Have the banter with them and all that. I don't get the real violent stuff of it. I can never understand that. And doing what he did yesterday, I mean, obviously thick as pig shit, because putting his full face on social media. What a dumb thing to do, because you're going to get found.
The thing is,
somebody will know who you are.
Bob Stoker actually won the FA Cup more for Newcastle United than what he did for that one time he did for Sunderland.
Yes, he did.
The fact that man obviously didn't know what it was. The statue is as famous, one of him running on the pitch to greet his goalkeeper Jim Montgomery in '73.
Yeah.
It's a worthy statue because obviously to that club, but he's also contributed massively to our club in the past, in the '50s, as I say, with a couple of FA Cup wins. So just a ridiculous, nonsensical thing to do of someone who obviously hasn't got the brains or the intelligence to know what Bob Stoker meant to the whole of North East football, not just Sunderland.
Well, exactly. It's what he did for North East Football, Billy, isn't it? What he did because he was such an icon at both clubs. And you very rarely get that. You very rarely get that with two rival teams, like Newcastle and Sunderland. You very rarely get that gratitude, if you like, from the fans from both sets. He's held in such high esteem, and probably will never again. But idiots, youngsters like that need to refresh up on the history and sort themselves out, because it's bollocks.
That's what it is, Paul. It's people that are in their late teens, early 20s, like around my age group, where they don't want to bother educate. It's all about banter nowadays, like around my age group. It's all about making fun of other clubs and not actually educating yourself on your club and anyone else's club. Like it's all about the here and now with modern day. It's one thing I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, it just stinks. It just stinks, and it pisses you off because he's wearing a Newcastle top, so immediately people say, "Oh, Newcastle fans." He's not a Newcastle fan. He's an absolute Doyle.
Yeah, it's just a bad representation of us.
He deserves to be at the bottom of the River Wear, never mind anywhere else. If he wants to piss on something in Sunderland, go and jump in the Wear.
Bournemouth promoted, by the way.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, 1-0. Mind you, Forest were dominating that first half, but it seems to have changed in the second. The casual gamer says, "Go Mighty Ducks." They're not called the Mighty Ducks anymore, thank God. They're just the Ducks. I don't follow the NHL, but I've been occasionally known to check into the NHS. Me too, mate, funny enough. That's why half my head is made of metal. Brian, good evening. Yeah. Haven't seen you for a while, Brian. Probably just have you been on tour with you two or something? Hi, everyone. Could you please give a mention to Mr. David Brooks, who has won his battle against cancer? The whole of Wales can't wait to see you back. Yes, David Brooks, Bournemouth player, who was diagnosed with cancer. He's got the all clear, which is absolutely fantastic news. Again, another fantastic comeback story, hopefully for him. And good luck to him. It's great news. Sean says, have to be ruthless with Wood. That was a panic signing and a waste of money. Where do you stand on Chris Wood, Archer?
I reckon Wood needs to have a chance. Like he just signed him in January and he's still he's only scored a few goals, but like we need another striker in the summer, at least 2. Because if Gale's gonna go, then we've only got like basically Wilson and Chris Wood. So
when you say give Wood needs a chance, what have you seen in Chris Wood that has he not had a chance?
He has had a chance. He's scored a few goals. He's just 2 goals.
One was a penalty.
It's not even just that. He can't even try. His first touch is like a trampoline.
It's dreadful. Honestly, he couldn't trap a bag of cement. He couldn't. I mean, seriously, you know, every time the ball lands at his feet, it bounces off him. It doesn't go anywhere. It just bounces off him. And his second touch is a tackle. So,
like a rhino.
know, sorry?
A rhino.
His first touch is like a rhino.
Well, don't you be slagging him off, right? You'll fall out with you.
I'm not bothered. I'll probably
He'll
not
be
see
smashing that photo he's got you on his bedside table, mind. Be careful. Trini Media says we need 4 players at least. Carl, good evening. Chris Wood has one thing. He's consistent. He's consistently dross. Yeah. What is that?
Sounds like Chris Wood backing into his garage.
Yeah,
bag of cement.
Yeah, he's getting them cement bags in. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Pool King, why don't you ask for some more super chat cash? Don't know what that means. Never mind. Dallas says, Paul, I've been a Chicago Blackhawks fan since I was 12. I'm 58 now. Well, I'm sorry you've had to do that. I really am. I'm not a big fan of the Blackhawks. But never.
A good team under Jonathan Taze.
No, they're not. They're not.
They were.
They're not. Oh, speaking of Dross football teams, good evening, Annie.
Like, come on! I've been in the studio for 1 second. My team already gets disrespected.
Oh, Annie, I gotta say something. I saw a video on Twitter where some employee at your club was harassing the mascot. Like he's angry at him. What was that about?
I've seen that actually. Yeah. What the hell? What's that all about?
Let's just say that guy's not very liked by the fans, and he don't think he'll be at the club next season. Probably be sacked. A bit of a grumpy guy, let's just say. The presenter, the mascot takes the cap off him, and then he turns around, basically threatens him.
How can you threaten a mascot? They're like the most friendliest people. They're meant to.
Just bantering. One more time.
Speaking of mascots, Danielle was absolutely over the moon on Sunday because the reappearance of Maggie Magpie, who I have to say it was without doubt had been through a few washing machines full of Ariel. I've just advertised Ariel. Give me a call. So she was over the moon, absolutely over the moon. Renier says we probably don't need to spend more than last window. 100 million on 3 players should do nicely. Add a few on the free, and we will be ready for the next step. The free transfer market, Billy, as obviously me and Alex have covered, there's some very, very good talent available.
Indeed.
Danny Simpson.
Will you stop trying to palm Danny Simpson off on us, Annie? It's not happening, mate.
We had him in his prime and he was shit then. So we're not going to have him now. He's over the hill. Jesse Lingard, we spoke about him already. There's one. The lad at Milan, Kessier's another. There's lots of them. And yeah, you can kind of build a good side out of free transfers and just pay the wages. I think it'll be one of the routes we go down for certain. Absolutely. And why shouldn't we? Everyone else will be.
Exactly. Yeah, but everyone else can do what they want. But if Newcastle do anything, oh my God, it's like Christ.
Can you imagine?
They're not allowed to do anything.
The press will be saying Newcastle's supposedly the richest club in the world going after free transfers. That's what they'll say.
Don't listen. I hope anyone in the chat doesn't listen to that crap.
Well,
absolutely not.
We've heard it for too much. Gary says, at Mrs. Toon Review, for that special Moroccan in your life, You can get him some Moroccan oil. Only joking, Paul. Just jealous from down south. Gary, take the face for a shite. Up the A1, shame it's only one team goes up. A playoff for second place would have been great. What's he talking about there?
The women's
championship, I guess.
Oh, the women's team, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the women's team, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's shocking, to be fair. You know, I mean, just terrible.
I think
Gary
it's
says
for the youth league as well.
You what, mate?
I think it's the same for the youth league, like the under 23s.
Yeah, it is. We were just talking about the ladies' team. I mean, I think we got a bigger crowd than yours, Annie, for the ladies' team.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're probably not wrong.
How do you feel about that?
Our fan base isn't great, so can't be.
You know, the Newcastle ladies in the 4th tier of women's football.
Show us on this doll where your club hurt you.
It's time to look smug, isn't it?
I can see you, Chippers. I see you, Chippers, shaking your ass.
Yeah. No, we really don't want to see that, Billy. He's done that once before when he went to the toilet. We're not having that again. I've been looking at younger keepers, and I think Lafont is a perfect buy. Could be our own Areola. Where's Lafont play at the minute?
Nantes.
Somewhere in France.
Is he at Nantes, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's at Nantes.
Right. Interesting. I mean, Adrian, do you think we'd be looking for a goalkeeper next season, or do you think that, you know, we're going to give Dubravka that extra chance?
It's hard one to say because Dobbs, when he's confident and he's got confidence in the defence, he can be pretty much unbeatable. Recently, he's been improving, and some of the silly little mistakes has been coming out of the game. I would probably like a young keeper. I think Woodman. I think his time's up here. I think he does need to move on. He's an absolutely excellent goalkeeper, but he just
he can't even get in the Bournemouth side at the minute. So that, you know, that's saying something. He went there to be number one. They started him as number one, and he sat on the bench the rest of the time. Rohan's joining us. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
So I'm a bit late.
That sounded positive, like. How are you doing? Yeah, have you been taking lessons off Louis? Right, I says, how you doing? Yeah, I'm all right, you know. Yeah. You know what I mean? Smile, man.
Yes, sorry.
That's all right. I'm only pulling your leg. Aditya says, Paul, didn't the Mackhams win the English Civil War against the Geordies by making an alliance with the Scots? I've no idea, Aditya. I wasn't alive. That must have happened many, many moons ago.
I don't think that was the English Civil War. The English Civil War was between parliamentarians and royalists.
Well, I'll tell you who might know. Tom Lynch might know, because he's good with his history. So he might come in put it in the chat further down. And Susan,
Cromwell.
Susan, we are getting divorced.
This is a great comment, by the way.
No, it's not. We're not married yet, but we are divorced before we even get married. If Paul puts on oil, he'll look like Sinclair.
Harsh, but true.
You look like me for half an hour first, and then
my fiance, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say my ex-fiance? Shocking. And Julie, you can pack in laughing and all. Lots of comments saying congratulating Bournemouth. The first transfer needs to be a statement so others follow and join the project.
Well, Trippier was already one of that.
Yeah, I mean, Rohan, would somebody like, I mean, Dybala's been spoken about in many quarters, but I can't see us paying that kind of money. Paul Pogba, 300 grand a week. There's no way he's worth that in a million years. If they want to pay somebody 300 grand a week, I would gladly be paid 300 grand a week just to go on St James's Park and eat the grass to cut it. So, but not Pogba. If it's somebody like, would Paqueta be that marquee signing?
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, it's reported that isn't it like Juventus, Man United, like City, Liverpool aren't they looking at him? So, I think if it's a signing that we get ahead of teams like that, I mean, that's a statement in ourselves. But I think there are free transfers out there. Like one, I hope we do, but I mean it's unlikely because I think he'll probably end up staying at Barcelona as Ousmane Dembele. I think he sorts out your right side for the next 5 years if you get him, and he's perfect. So, but Lucas Paqueta, but I think our first signing will probably be a striker, and I think it'll be a statement one. I think that'll be our statement signing, to be honest.
Chippers, who do you think will be a statement signing?
I think we'll do what we did in January. Excuse me, I've got a voice like Frank Butcher. I'm not very well.
Yeah. Pat.
Run around now.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I think we might do another like spine of the team. I think we might get a botman in, and I think we'll go to Paqueta and a striker, like that sort of spine of a midfield, like centre back, centre midfield, and striker, like what we did in January, sort of with the other three we got in. So I think we might get 3 at a time. So, oh God, Jesus, sorry, Pat.
Get out of that fucking pub, son.
You're right, me off now.
Dan, what you been doing?
Leave it.
You need more Lucas, Chippers.
People have just joined in, guys. I do apologise. I don't know what's happened. We seem to have a lot of very deep-throated, deep sounding
yourself in the penalty box there, like Paul. You put yourself in the penalty box there.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I request someone to clip that up right now.
Jesus.
I request someone to clip that up.
Nobody's clipping out up.
You dirty bitch.
We have some dirty buggers in the
we
stream.
Lost there.
Dirty
Merry
buggers.
Christmas, Pat.
Archie's gone,
Merry
but we have
Christmas,
somebody
Pat.
in the waiting.
Is it John? Stato?
Oh, he's Man UK. He's wearing a Chelsea top.
John, just by the way, something I've noticed on your last few streams and now, your microphone's around the wrong way.
Oh my God, again.
Hello, ladies. Your mute button should be facing you.
Oh, that's an unfortunate place to stop. Yeah,
it was. Speaking of good throat, never mind. Let's move on. Wood wasn't a panic signing. He was a calculated signing to weaken Burnley, and because he had a release clause, he's like a giraffe on roller skates. But there was thought behind the purchase. Yeah, well, it backfired. Mentally backfired, to be honest. John, you were up for the Liverpool game.
I was.
Did you stay the night in Newcastle?
Stanley.
I did in the end. I decided to stay, sort of thing.
Yeah,
in the end,
baby.
But listen, I was on my best behaviour. I'm not until the viewers right now. I'm on my best behaviour, and it was just a stopover, and just and that was it. Nothing.
What, Stanley?
John, no one questioned anything. We didn't need that explanation. No one questioned what you did.
You.
I see your internet's looking the top bollocks tonight, John.
He left his other bollocks up in Newcastle.
Yeah. Dublin family show.
Oh, sorry.
Brian says, shame we can't play the striker who scored for the women's team on Sunday. She's better than Wood. Yeah, listen, fantastic they were. For some reason, my phone keeps dropping off. Might try laptop. Hopefully it stays connected. David, I don't think it's anything to do with your phone or your laptop, mate. I think it's your broadband is just shite. I think you need to upgrade your broadband, mate, because it looks like dial-up connection. It looks like, John Sinclair's on a bad day. Wood got us 6 points against Wolves and Southampton. If we stay up with that amount, I think it justifies his price anyway, especially considering we still might get around 10 million for him on sale.
He'll probably leave us a free agent because we can't sell him.
Good evening, Ryan. He says, would anyone take Milner? No. Milner is, listen, he's a model professional, James Milner, apart from the stupid little diving around that he did on Saturday. I headed the ball the way now. I'm going down injured because Newcastle are on the attack. It was very cleverly done. But no, unfortunately not. What would Newcastle's aim for next season be? Can we take a top or a shot for the top 6?
I don't know what we can. I mean, we're in the top 10 now after missing the first half of the season.
Yeah, Chippers, why are you shaking your head?
I think next season will be about consolidating themselves in the top 10, having cut runs. I think that'll be, and then push on to the third season, the second season.
Why shouldn't we aim for top 6 though?
I don't want to put the pressure on the team too quick.
Yes, we do.
It's about expectations.
Yes, listen. If we sign quality international footballers, right, then yes, the pressure is going to be on them because they'll have dealt with that all through the career.
Yeah, but it depends on how many we sign. But I'm just saying, as it stands now, I wouldn't put it on the pressure. They're doing amazing as they are. And
do you not think that pressure is going to be there though, Dublin? Do you not think it's going to be there from the off next season anyway?
There will be pressure, but the thing is, I just think if the fans start expecting, the top 6 next season, they could turn on the team and turn on Howe and fucking blow the whole thing out.
Yeah.
I think if we win the first 3 games or 4 games of the season, say a really good start, the fans' expectation will be there anyway. So it's irrespective of what we expect at the beginning of the season. I just think the way we finished this season, why shouldn't we expect it could be better next year? We're 9th or 10th now. I don't know where we are now. And that's we're missing the first 14, 15 games of the season. Imagine
I can see us going for it, and getting pretty damn close. But I just want to enjoy the ride. I don't want to fucking put pressure on. I'll take them. I'll take whatever we can get for the first few seasons because the plan is over 5 years or whatever. But they're expected the next season straight away.
I think
the pressure on.
I think you should go for top. I think you should top 8 next season. You're going to get some quality players coming anywhere. I know people's going to say, "Oh, let's get top 10 and consolidate, be patient." Yeah, but we haven't lost once. Yeah. Bring that form into next season, right? And then who knows? We might be okay. I'll go for top 8.
Well, John, who are we going to sign? Because whenever you asked about a player, you'll say they'll never come to Newcastle.
He's going to Italy.
He's going to Italy. Nah. Yeah. What did you say last night? What did you say yesterday on your show? And listen, you were quite firm with it as well. He looked into the camera and went down his mic. He went, nah, Italian football. And nah, who's gone to Italian teams? Did you not?
Yeah, I did. I still stick with the Botman situation, people. I'm still going to stick with Botman. But according to reports today, that we've been linked to Osimhen for Napoli as well. So
would he come to Newcastle, John? Is he one of the few that you think would come?
Well, if you offered 85 million, 100 million euros, 85 million quid, and that would tempt Laurentiis, the Napoli president, to think about it. Yeah. But you never know. You never know in football. Anything happen in football. But
John, did AC Milan get taken over?
He did actually. They did. They're going to, but they will be very, very soon. I think it'll be this week or next week.
Hang on, John. He said, "Are they getting taken over?" You said, "Yes, they did." But it will happen.
No, sorry. They have been taken. They have been taken. Likely to happen. It's likely to happen, but by Bahrain family, and they will.
But if it doesn't happen, they can't afford Botman.
Well, the Glazers buying them as well, John. Are they?
Well, we'll see. I think men's people.
I've been challenged.
I saw that.
Terrace says, "I'm 6'9" and relish to have a boxing match with Paul, but for charity."
Pick on some of your own size, Terraces.
Yeah. Peter Crouch. Get him out.
Liverpool have a goal back.
I bet Terraces looks like that. Can you remember that bloke David Hay fought years
terrible
ago?
goalkeeping, Villarreal. Oh, shocking.
Oh, Liverpool have scored, yep. Can you remember that
Value-Ev?
Yeah, it looked like he was wearing a jumper. I bet Terraces is like him. That sounded terrible to Terraces, but you know what I mean. I mean the size. Barry says, "I wonder if Newcastle should take some credit. Liverpool look off pace tonight. Villarreal look shot. Yeah, well, we've just dagged Villarreal. Let's just have a look at this replay because
shocking goalkeeping.
Oh dear me!
Offside either.
No, that's not good. Jaden says Ward-Prowse, guys, possible. Annie, from an outsider looking in, could you see Ward-Prowse as a Newcastle midfielder?
Do you know what I think? Actually, yeah, I think he would probably fit in to that midfield quite well. I still don't know if Eddie Howe wants to play. I don't know, three in midfield, or I don't know, 2 in midfield, or whatever he does pick. I think if it's a 2, it's him and Bruno. Otherwise, it probably be Joe Linton or someone else. Then I think he'd fit in quite well, and I don't agree with what the comments were last night about him. He offers so much more than just free kicks. He is quality. He's quality set play delivery. That's how we should be looking at it. Quality set play delivery. He can. If you need to put balls into the box, he's your man. If you need leadership, he's your man. If you need organisation, James Ward-Prowse is what you need. And you know what? I'd probably say he'd probably be one of those players you just go, Southampton, how much do you want? We'll pay it, because he is that good.
Yeah. Roy, I think Eddie Howe will be looking for a sort of practically a first 11 of leaders next season, won't he? I mean, we don't know who's going to be the captain yet. I mean, I presume it'll be Trippier. I hope it is. But he'll be looking for 11 leaders on that pitch next season, won't he? Yeah, I mean, I would have Ward-Prowse immediately. I mean, you get set pieces as well. He's good in the middle. He's much better than Shelby. So that's a straight upgrade right there. So if you've got him, Bruno, well, you've got Joe Linton as well. So that's a big upgrade already on your midfield. Yeah, I'll definitely have him. You'll need more leaders, though. Sometimes it doesn't work when you got loads of leaders. So you better off with having 2 or 3 and then
mix of quality and leadership.
Yeah, otherwise you might have clashing, like PSG kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
players and stuff.
The players that I expect us to go for are going to be probably players that are very, very high caliber. I don't expect players to come in next season that are going to need drastic coaching. I think we're going to have a side of very well experienced players. But if we look at the defense, obviously with Cher signing a new contract, Ryan, that's great news. Do we just need one to come in centre back position?
I'll just get one centre back. I said earlier, I think we need to sign Matt Target first, and then we need to buy a striker, and I'd actually say 2 wingers, to be honest. I feel like, for me, it's just more of like ASM. I'll give him another season or 2, see how he does under Eddie Howe. Miggy Almiron, this might be his last chance. Jacob Murphy, I think, doesn't really have an. Ryan Fraser, I know everyone loves him because worth ethic, but I feel like he could, over time, in next year, maybe he could possibly just be a squad player at most.
Yeah. Martin Barker, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says we have spent 80-odd million in January. If we do that again this summer, we should be pushing top 6. They need to have the right mentality, though. Agreed. Seattle Geordie, thanks for your $10 super chat. He says, hate to beat a dead wooden horse here, but Wood was averaging 10+ goals a year. Who the heck was Wood assists number 10? Gandalf the Wizard. Yeah. Obviously, Gandalf played a big part in Chris Wood getting 10 goals a season. Jed says, great job, lads. First timer. Get yourself subscribed, mate. Welcome to the Toon Review. Absolute nutcase family and channel. Joey says, we know what Paul is thinking. No, you don't. I'm not talking about that again. It was a slip of the tongue. Really hope we get Lingard. Billy, behave.
Oh, that was close.
I think Liverpool are on top now, by the way.
Diaz, for me, I'm just seeing the Diaz chance.
Just in the post, isn't it?
Diaz.
I was telling John that we should have gone for Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz scored.
Oh,
has he?
Yeah.
Let's go over then.
2-2 on the night. 4-2 on aggregates. Liverpool are going through. They have stepped it up a gear in the second half.
That's it.
Goal kicker again.
Ball in. I mean, it was a. Well, I don't think. Listen, Diaz shouldn't. He should have put that away a bit better than he did. But listen, it was a lovely ball in from Arnold, and then good movement from Diaz. I thought it was offside originally, but I don't think it was.
I mean, Klopp brought him on at half time, and it'd been a different
way onside. Beautiful move. And Diaz did what any striker's supposed to do, had the ball down, and of course it went through the keeper's legs. But then again, there you go. Caitlin and Nick shouldn't be talking about stuff like that with our little Annie in the forum. Listen, he's heard worse. And I knew Tom would come back on about the Civil War. So are you ready, guys? Lay back, have some popcorn, and listen to this. In the Civil War, or more correctly, the Wars of the Three Kingdoms, England, Scotland, and Ireland, Newcastle was a royalist city which fell to the parliamentarians and Scottish Covenanters. And I think there may be more to come because he's dotted it.
There is.
Norvik says we could have had our pick of the Chelsea squad if they don't get the sale done. Yeah, it's a bad shape down there at the minute.
Yeah.
Paqueta's a good player, but we can play him with Bruno and Joe Linton in midfield. Joey says, John, can you say hello, ladies?
Go on, John.
Can I?
Yes,
Don't do it, John.
Yes,
Don't do
well. Oh, ladies. Oh, ladies.
John, once is good enough, mate. You don't have to swallow your microphone. Honest to God. If that turns any woman on, then slap me with a trout. Luke says, is that John Sinclair or Paul with oil on? Get lost. Tom's going on. Sunderland took the side of the parliamentarians. Oliver Cromwell took Newcastle's coal trade privileges and awarded them to Sunderland. However, when Charles II was restored, Newcastle got them back. I told you, I knew he'd come on and give us a lovely story to set us off to sleep on this wonderful Tuesday evening. Milner's best days are behind him. It's fine aiming for the top six, but finishing top six shouldn't be the expectation. Does anybody on the panel tonight think we can finish top six?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we keep
with the right players. With the right players.
If we keep this form up, yeah.
I was skeptical.
You signed Danny Simpson, yeah.
When I looked at the table, guys, since the Brentford home game that Eddie Howe first took charge in, since that day till now, we're 7th in the table. But like 2 weeks ago, we're 5th. And I think that's more of just Eddie Howe just overachieving and getting the best out of the squad. Because obviously, like it's realistically, it should not be 7th with our squad, but it's how good of a manager we got.
Chippers, I think that's somebody agreeing with you for the first time ever on a fan forum. Spot on, Chippers. Top 10 and hit the cups. Fantastic. If players can't take the pressure with who are they? Trolls, you've missed a few letters out there, and it's
what the hell are you saying?
Oh,
players can't take pressure. What the
I'm
hell
not down with the kids on this short and stuff.
What the hell? That's what
I don't do that.
Yeah, whatever. Kiss my ass. Next season, improvement will be expected. Alison, did you see the comments on the transfer show about selling Wilson because he's a waste of space? I completely disagree. Ryan!
You guys can hear that?
Yes, you'll get me copyrighted, you son of a bum.
It's just my friend in Italy saying something about gelato.
Oh, gelato in Italy. John's your man. He wants to be the record woman in the UK in gelato.
No, Coke in a wine glass.
Up there once says need players that will play for the team, not for their own benefit, and putting themselves in the shop window for future moves. I don't think that will happen anymore.
That's gone.
Billy,
We're not a selling club anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be in the top tier of the English Premier League. Why would we kind of be used as a springboard for higher clubs when we're going to be one of the higher clubs anyway? Absolutely not.
I mean, Roy, like you say, we're not a selling club anymore, no.
Yeah, those days are gone now. So any player is gonna be the other way around. Players from Real Madrid might have won some trophies, and I think, okay, we need a new challenge now, and that's it. That's the place to come. So it's the other way around.
Yeah.
And Ashley's gone, so
exactly.
He's not going to.
YT says John said Nunes was going to AC Milan. Oh, here we go again. John?
Yeah.
I think I quote John.
I did never said that Nunes going to chase Milan. Botman.
You liar! I watched your show yesterday.
I never said Nunes.
You said Nunes was going to AC Milan.
I
can go back and cut it and smother it all over Twitter if you like, mate. But you definitely said that.
Nunes to Milan. I said Origi. I said Origi to Milan.
Listen, I know that Origi and Nunes sound nothing alike, mate. You said Nunes.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to
Milan
bloody
after.
AC Milan according to you, John.
Milan's
Darryl,
top
go on, Roy.
Milan's top target, like a striker target is Mehdi Taremi. He's Iranian and he plays for Porto. He's a number 9.
All right.
So he's going to be Ibrahimovic's replacement. The number 1 target. You might remember him with a bicycle kick against Chelsea. That's the one. He's Iranian, so yeah.
I thought that was
good.
Jahanbash from Brighton.
He's rubbish. But he plays in...
He's rubbish. He's rubbish.
I know all the Iranian players, so yeah, he's okay. He's back in Holland now. He's Premier League's too good for him.
Yeah.
He can't handle it.
Darryl says Luke Shaw would be a good shot. We don't need left back. We're getting Matty Target.
No.
I think Luke Shaw will probably thrive under Ten Hag anyway. Go on, Billy.
I think Matty Target's going to be in the next England squad. Absolutely no doubt about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Really?
Who's better?
No, there's that lad.
It's about what Southgate would pick, not like what.
I think if Chilwell's fit, he'll probably start ahead of them.
I like the lad. I didn't say I'll be in the team.
From Palace.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Isn't Target going to Scotland?
Why would he do
Well,
that?
Scotland are trying to get him, but I think that's why I think Billy's mentioned that he might be in the next England squad. Just
I think Southgate was there to see him on Saturday. That was his whole point of being there.
Well, he saw him play pretty well again.
Absolutely.
Rohan, he's doing well, isn't he, Matt Target?
Yeah, he's doing really well. I mean,
3-2 Liverpool.
Is it?
Game over.
Turn that around brilliantly.
It's over. It's over. Listen, see what I mean about Liverpool? They can go up a gear if they want. I think they got a surprise in the first half and have just decided to just turn that little screw a little bit more. And Big Jurgen has said, right, go for it, lads. You know, like in Rocky IV when that Russian coach goes, yeah, and, you know.
I don't know what's
the keeper doing?
Oh, he's had a mare.
Another keeper ever, I've got to say.
Yikes.
It was on the halfway line.
They've had some luck with goalkeeping errors this year. If you remember the FA Cup semi-final, Man City's reserve goalie.
What the hell is he doing? I mean, literally,
Let's
what
not
is he
sign
doing?
him.
Crazy. Jacob, the Sunderland fan in the house. Good evening, Jacob. Hope you're well. Matthew says we're desperate for a 12 to 20 goal a season striker. What's happened? John's video quality has gotten better. No, it hasn't. I didn't mean your videos, John, by the way. I meant your quality of broadband. Just before anybody jumps on me for bullying you again. Sean says 7th, I think, is realistic. There is a difference between thinking we can finish. John, would you like to interrupt me again?
Sorry.
Where, John? Is it okay if I read some comments out, John?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Ellis says Luke Shaw is terrible. Paul Sales is back from his dodgy dealings in the North Sea. I am really happy with Eddie. How am I sure he will get the right players? Yeah, Target could get in there, but knowing Southgate, he won't. I think it'd be very, very... Listen, I think if Southgate... Do you think it's going to be a case, Adrian, that if he does bring if Southgate doesn't include him, then he may look at going and playing for Scotland?
Possibly. I mean, he deserves an international call-up somewhere. He's been absolutely outstanding for us. Again, are we seeing a bit of a Willock effect, though, with him, where he's playing absolutely outstanding to get the permanent signing and may end up not being so great? That is my only concern with him.
He doesn't come across
Scotland's left back talent is unbelievable. He's not ever going to get a game for Scotland. He's behind Tierney and Robertson.
Yeah.
One of Tierney's.
Interesting. Peter says, is Chris Wood any nearer getting his hip replacement? Let's face it, people, it's the only possible excuse for the string of pathetic performances. I take it Peter's not a fan of Chris Wood. Lingard is no better than Joe Willock. Should be looking at younger. Looking forward to seeing which team tries to put Newcastle tax on their players. Well, everybody will put Newcastle tax on. Jason says Jurgen's teeth will be getting excited. Do you think if Wilson stays fit, he will stay in the team next season? Chippers?
Bench player, I would say.
You'd be a sub, you'd be a backup.
A backup. For me, it'll be a backup. I mean, I think we'll get a much better. We've got to get better quality in, and I think if we get, you look at sort of who we've had, Chris Wood, and then we're trying to play Maxi as I don't even know if he was a false 9, false 10, false whatever. He was certainly a false forward on Saturday. He was terrible, but it's not his position. And I'd like Maxi just to be told to stay in the one position, because I think when he keeps coming out of position and into another one, it affects his game, and he doesn't know where he's at. So I think what Eddie will probably try and do in the summer is establish his main 11 and try and keep them all in the same position without having to sort of duck and dive like he's doing at the minute, because I think that's hurting us more than anything. Spider says, I've heard there's 8 Brazilian players up for transfers. Yeah, there's a few Brazilians actually. Some on a free, some for paying for, but
some on a stream.
Yeah, but isn't there a rule against how many we can get though from one country? I'm sure. I'm not 100% on that, but I don't know.
If there is, how have Wolves got so many Portugal players?
That's a good point.
They're from the European Union. So I think the number is for players outside of Europe.
Right, I don't know whether you've kept up with news over here, but we're not in that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think the other thing is if they can get a work permit, which depends on how many matches or percentage of matches they've played with a national team. I think it's 15% of the last 5 or 6 games.
Fair enough.
But once they get it, that's it. They've got it.
The Toon will finish above a Manchester club next season. I'd love to finish above Man United, just to throw it in the faces. I really would. Paul asked John about the investigation going on at AC Milan with the possibility of a transfer ban. Yeah, you never seem to speak about that, John, considering, all these world-renowned players seem to be signing for AC Milan, yet they could face a transfer ban. Because yet again, another Italian club has broken the rules. As usual, we've had this so much in the past that Italian football clubs just cannot stay on the right side of the law.
It's all the bunga time.
It's just, it's just keeping going all the time. It's just the beginning of a joke. They never learn from it. They get caught. But, let's hope that FIFA sorts it out very, very quickly. Otherwise, just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. But yeah, they will get caught.
This is why the sale hasn't gone through yet, because any owners aren't going to want to buy a club that can't do any business in transfer market.
Well, yeah, exactly. Surely they've got to get that out of the way with first.
Botman has come onto the Toon.
Correct.
Oh, he does.
Well, the thing is, John, look, on a serious note, you're saying that, like, people are saying, yourself included, the Botman deal is pretty much done to AC Milan, but why would Botman sign for AC Milan when he knows this is going on? He's not a stupid man. Certainly people around him will have told him what's going on. Why would he sign for a club that are possibly facing sanctions?
Well, according to the player himself, like, he wants to play. It's his own, my opinion, by the way. I'm not having a go, but he wants to play in the Champions League. That's what he wants. But like I said earlier, football can change everything at this moment in time. But he wants.
John, has he spoke to you on the phone? Has he told you this?
No, but according to Post in Italy, for Romano and the Gazzetta dello Sport as well, that deal's been done according to them. So
they also said they're going to pay him 56,000
56K a week. Yeah, on a 5-year deal.
Listen, it doesn't matter.
That's my opinion. Go on.
I know, John, but my local journalist says I've got a 15-inch penis, and it's just bullshit. There's a lot of crap going around in the journalistic world, and that is a fact. And I think this time of year, a lot of people say a lot of different things about players and quoting players and players not actually saying a word. I know agents talk a lot this time of year because obviously they're trying to get their players the best move possible or trying to fill their own pockets and not necessarily the best move for the players. So for me, I think this whole AC Milan business needs to be dealt with sooner rather than later. So, the club itself can get that takeover done and maybe, become a force in Europe again, which I think that's what the new prospective owners of AC Milan are wanting. They're wanting them back at the top table, which they haven't been for a number of years now. I mean, I know it looks like they're going to win the league this season, but, the AC Milan are going to have to fight Newcastle for players. There's no doubt about that.
Look at what Botman said after January, saying it wasn't an issue of him not wanting to come to Newcastle, because that was always the thing thrown at us. Oh, who would want to go to Newcastle in a relegation battle? Who wants to just be a money player or whatever? Like, Botman came out saying, oh, look, they're going to be one of the biggest teams, best new projects to be, and he was interested in coming. Like, if I think about it, like, between Milan and us, there's no way they will get him over us if there isn't something dodgy going on. Like, oh, we'll give you this player for 10 million less if you help us out in the future, like that. Like, it's only because, like, they're scared of, like, I don't know, losing out players. I don't know. I mean, when you've got the financial power, obviously it's going to be easier to get players, but, like, there shouldn't be any cheating. Like, we shouldn't be cheating players out of moves.
I agree. Yeah. Christopher says, imagine Mark Goldbridge's reaction if we finish above Man United next season.
You bloody prats!
You bloody prats, the lot of you. I love him, mate. I love him. I'd love him to come on here and just have a chat with me about certain aspects of football, because I think he's brilliant. I love the way that people actually send him super chats to ask to call people a prat. They'll send in like 20 quid and say, can you call me mate a prat? You just go, you're a bloody prat. Martin, thanks for another £5 super chat, mate. Very kind. He says, St. Maximan on the wing, and he got one man just down, just being him. He's wearing Gucci. So we're Gucci, he, Toonami, all drinking. I've got no idea what you're saying there, Martin.
That's from that song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Nigel says, only Italian press talking about the connection between Botman and Milan. It's a play to bump up Botman's price. No other EU country backing up the story. Again, that can happen. There's a lot of talk from clubs just... I've just seen Susan's comment.
It's the same thing with Diego Carlos. Like, how Spurs were looking at signing him in January. There's no chance they were looking at signing him. They just wanted us to pay 50-odd million.
Yeah.
Georgie.
Yeah. What's happened to her? What has happened to Susan? She's now just sort of putting all these... I mean, Susan?
Georgie.
Jeez.
My God.
Capui's just been sent off.
Quite rightly as well.
Etienne
I didn't see it, but listen, Capu was crap for... Who did he play for? Watford, wasn't it? Was it Watford?
No, very different.
He played for Watford Spurs.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Oh, that's a bad one there. Oh, my days, that's a shocker.
I mean, the yellow card itself was nearly a red card, I thought.
I'm looking at the...
Salah, magic. Oh, it's come back to Diaz. He's gone out to Robertson, clipped it in, and it's cleared by Villarreal. I'm not commenting on this game. What am I doing? Crypto says, seen ASM in the Toon and couldn't get a photo. Apparently the club wouldn't let him. What's the crack with that? You're not the first one I've heard of that. But having said that, I think someone got a photo with him in the Metro Centre not too long ago. But I did hear rumblings a few days ago that was the case. You're not the first person that has said that.
Are they still under any COVID protocols? Because that could be the only reason I can think
Oh, I
of.
hope not. That should be going downhill now.
Well, if they're under COVID protocols, then I don't know what Jacob Murphy was doing halfway up a pole singing the Joe Linton song in the pub the other day.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So I don't think COVID rules are still there, but never mind. I mean, Bruno takes photos with everybody, doesn't he? So I don't know. I don't see SM being the kind of arsey not to get a photo, but maybe he just wasn't in the mood. Answers, hi guys, hope you're all good. We need a top goalkeeper, then we need cover for central defence. Then we have Paqueta, then a top striker. I'd love to see Paqueta. I mean, I really would. I think his friendship with Bruno, obviously Bruno spoke about it, how it's the best friends, best friends at Leon on and off the pitch, housemates together, they've got a close bond. And I think if anybody can maybe pull the strings to get Paqueta in, Ryan, it's going to be Bruno himself.
Yep, and I feel like it's another thing too is I feel like we do need an attacking midfielder this summer, and look at him at Lyon right now, and he's got like 10 goals or something, and I feel like he would be good, but I feel like his name's going around too much just because he's Bruno's mate. It's just an easy link for the journalists to write articles on. But I don't want to keep harping about like, we'll get him just because he's an upgrade on their players. But I mean, would he be good in Eddie Howe's system, assuming that it's like a 4-3-3? I don't know. I feel like maybe he's better off in like a 4-2-3-1. Maybe we could change that next season. Who knows? But I said it before, like just a winger and striker for me. Like I'd rather take those two over those two positions covered over Paqueta in the summer for me.
Yeah, it's a good point. Good point. I mean, Paqueta for who we just lost there, Adrian, I think. But we do have one more waiting in the realm, and
Alex,
something has obviously angered him. Good evening, buddy.
Evening, everybody.
Evening, Alex.
No anger. Just listening to Milan and this just interesting conversations.
What would you like to add to that?
I mean, I agree with most people. I mean, I think it's a bit unfair to say it's essentially fixing if he goes to Milan and not us, because you never know what an individual prefers. He might like Italian culture and food, and it might not be a footballing decision. It might be a full life decision where he goes. But
well, there's plenty of Italian restaurants over here, Alex. I mean, Newcastle's full of them.
Yeah, true. It's a funny one. I don't think it's a case closed scenario just because Milan are going to have won the title. I think you've seen the strength of the Premier League. We've got 2 or 3 teams in the semis and the finals of the Champions League every year at the moment. The money, the quality of the league, the fact that there's going to be a bunch of rebuilds to try and catch up with Liverpool and City as well. It's exciting. But I guess Milan is also interesting. It depends where his heart's at. But he has already been turned by us once. He was interested.
He has. I agree.
That's in our favour. We're not just. This isn't coming from nowhere. That there were talks, there were transfer offers, and the owners have talked about him by name. They've named him in interviews. So I don't think that it can't be dead 100%.
Where would you rather live, Milan or Newcastle?
Well, Newcastle, of course.
Yeah,
Newcastle. They've got to be careful with transfers as well. I mean, they didn't. They sold. They got €3.5 million in outgoings. That was it in the summer, which was Laxalt. They lost a lot of people on freeze. Donnarumma. It's very dodgy numbers as well. Tonali coming in for €6.9 million.
Hang on, Alex. Sorry, dodgy numbers in Italian football? Never.
Well,
surely not.
Obviously, it's all speculative. But somebody dubbed as the next Pirlo to be coming on loan for a season and then a settled fee of €6.9 million in Sandro Tonali, that's cheap.
Hey, you wanted to smuggle €1 million into your pasta, huh? Yeah.
And they paid what 30 million for Tomori as well. So that. I mean, it's a good job they're winning the league because their numbers don't look particularly good. They'll get good money for winning the league, but they need to perform in Europe as well.
I smell a rat. Glenn makes a point on Botman, 22 years old. and he should come to a team and earn the right to play Champions League. This entitlement to believe they can walk into a club that already has Champions League football on a platter is massively arrogant.
He's already played Champions League, though.
Yeah, to be fair to him, he was part of a team that won the French League and then qualified for the Champions League that way, so good and fair that.
Indeed. Carlos says his 5 subs still on for next season. Yeah, that's not going to change, unfortunately. Crypto says he signed his Toon chop, though. Oh, well, there you go. You got something from it. Daryl says Pope, the goalkeeper, would boost us.
No.
Has he been linked? He's been linked with Fulham, I think.
West Ham, I think, too.
I think Fulham would be a good move for him. Fulham would be a good move for him. I think, it depends. He may stay at Burnley. I mean, let's not forget, Burnley aren't down. Let's just hope they hold off the Scouse Mackhams and stay in the Premier League. And then, Pope might want to stay. Michael Marsden, thank you for your $89.99 super chat, mate. Absolutely blistering again. I'm running out of words and superlatives for you, my friend, but thank you so much. Your generosity is again outstanding and incredible, and you are just a magnificent specimen of a man, and I mean that in the non-biological way, of course. Julie says, I wonder if ASM is only keen on photos with his Helios fans. Oh, Julie.
Oh, yikes.
Julie, you can't be saying that. Remember what happened to that? You can't say nothing bad about ASM. Luke says, who do we play up top against City? Oh, God.
At the back.
Sadly, I'd go with Chris Wood again.
Yeah, I think Chris Wood will play against Man City.
I think he'll play a back 5, mate. I think he'll do what we did at Chelsea. Play a back. I think he'll go back 5.
I don't think he will. It's the 3-3 again.
So that's
I mean, if he does what he did at Chelsea and we play like we did at Chelsea, I'll be happy. We were very unlucky not to come out of that game with anything, to be fair.
Well, we don't even know what Char's condition is. We might not even have 3 centre backs unless you want to play dumb in it.
That point.
You play a Trippier at right back and put Kraft as the right side centre back.
Indeed. Yeah. That's a good point. Look, he may do that. But I mean, he's not going to give anything away in his press conference. That's a certainty. The only thing we can hope for is that really Real Madrid take Man City to extra time and everything tomorrow. I know Man City can literally turn up with a different 11 on Saturday and still have a world-class outfit. But you know what it is, Billy? If they are knackered, then, we know they're susceptible a little bit at the back sometimes. And you never know. I mean, there's teams like, Wolves, etc., have gone to City and beat them.
Palace, another one.
Palace did it as well, yeah.
As well.
I think you've got to...
Leeds won that last season with 10 men.
Last season.
Yeah, they can be got at. You've got to stop the balls coming through from midfield. I think if you stop the midfield, you stop them. And Cancelo as well, down the left or down the right, wherever he's playing. So I think they've actually got less attacking kind of threat from deep than Liverpool. And I think if we stop them, I think we could have a chance of getting something, but it's not going to be easy. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Whichever the Man City team turns up.
Tom says, why do we down our culture? Seriously, the northeast of England is vibrant and beautiful. Of course it is, Tom, and we all say that. It's only the people that really pretty much live down south that have that attitude of the north.
Never been to the northeast either.
Yeah, but a lot of people from down south, and this isn't being arsey or anything. I just think a lot of people down south see us as this sort of, the northeast is just full of old coal mines and houses still with burning fires as heating and all of this kind of stuff, and we don't have proper electricity up here and all that kind of stuff. And Tom's right. I mean, the Bamber Beach has just been given #1 voted beach in the UK again. It's a fantastic coastline, Northumbria. It is brilliant.
People as well.
Yeah,
there's a reason there's so many prominent people in TV nowadays. Well, for years there's been a lot of Geordies on TV, all over television.
Of course there has,
because of the atmosphere and the personality and the enthusiasm. People love it.
Newcastle's turning into a very, very cosmopolitan city now. It really is. I mean, all the new buildings that are going up and attracting lots of stuff for the university, and obviously Durham has the university as well. So
Think of it as well as there's been a load of films filmed up here recently as well, like Indiana Jones and Transformers and all the big budget ones. And
so
Newcastle doesn't let you go home.
Well, it doesn't let you go home, no. No, but you're right. People that come up get a real surprise, and they say, "Oh, we did." I mean, me and Susan and the kids went to Haggerston Castle on holiday. Was it last year or the year before? It might have been last year or the year before. I'm not sure, but it was. We went to sea houses, we went to Holy Island, all that sort of stuff, and the weather was lovely, and it was, when it's hot. I mean, you go onto the beach and it's absolutely heaving. It's absolutely packed. And it is just like being on holiday, apart from the sea's bloody cold. But, it's a brilliant place to be. And there's so many friendly people. And I think people that live down south have got to try that, because it's the same with the football. I think the footballers have that. Some of the footballers have that interpretation of the Northeast. And then when suddenly some of them come up and play, some of them actually stay up here. When they finish their careers, they don't move back down south. They stay up here. There's been quite a few players did that in the time. So for me, I think, I don't think the new owners will have to sell the area itself. I think what they will have to sell to the players is, the dream, what we're going to do, the ambition, and where we're going to go, and that'll not be easy to do, but it'll be something that they'll probably thrive on.
Can I just say, I'm from Coventry, obviously, which is the dead centre of England. I've been to lots and lots of places in my time on this planet, south, east, west. There is no finer city in England than Newcastle upon Tyne. Absolutely none. Nothing comes close to it. It is a fantastic place, an absolute fantastic place, and it's a jewel in England's crown, to be honest.
Well,
absolutely.
Bank holiday Sunday. I mean, when we were going to the women's game on the train, the amount of people coming up from the south to go drinking in Newcastle was incredible, because it's such a vibrant place to go out. And I'm not just saying to go out drinking and getting hammered in that, but the restaurants and everything, and the area itself, and it's an amazing place to live. And I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I mean, that's my opinion, but I just wouldn't, unless somebody bought me an apartment in New York City. Then I'd move there in a second. But Alex might know the name, but there is a decent goalkeeper for Trabzonspor in Turkey. Would take him, says Carl. Not sure.
Familiar with the Turkish league.
Who is it, Annie?
I think it's Oğuzhan Sakir. I think he.
Sakir, yeah.
He's good on
football. Played for Turkey in the Euros, I think, yeah.
Right.
I'll have a look.
Annie, I know you've got it.
The celebrations when was it not Trabzon? Was it Trabzonspor? The Turkish league champions, the streets. Oh my God, their first trophy and first league title in 38 years.
Yeah, but did you see the lights was just incredible. Annie, I know you've got to go, mate. Nice of you to come on and get yourself back on next time.
I will. Cheers, Paul. Cheers, everyone.
Good night,
man.
Best of luck, mate.
Good night.
Thanks, Andy. Good.
We can bring Archer back now. I don't know what happened to you, Archer, but you disappeared. But you're just in time to help with the end of the show. Did I just say end of the show?
Yeah, indeed.
I don't know what's happening to me. I'm losing it. I swear to God, I'm losing it. Right. Okay. So predictions now for Manchester City. Archer, you'll get your prediction in, mate. So fire away.
Let's go with 3-2 3-2 Man City.
3-2 Man City. Who's going to get the goals for the Toon?
Almiron and Bruno Ramirez.
You think Miggy's going to score against Man City?
Never know.
He needs to play a bit better than he did at the weekend. That's a certainty. Hopefully he will. Listen, mate, thanks for getting yourself on, and thanks for appearing a little bit earlier in the show, mate.
No problem.
And we'll see you soon, buddy.
Catch you later.
Take
See
care,
you,
man.
Archer.
See you, Archer.
Darren says Ant and Deck. Oh, Christ, they do. Yeah, they do that on the Saturday night. Rashid says, Paul, please stop with living in Newcastle story. I am trying for my life to get away to spend a year at Newcastle where I can experience everything firsthand. I have never been, but I am in love. Listen, Ratchet, I'm sure you'll get there one day, my man. and you'll have an absolute blast. Alex is coming up for the Arsenal game when he's back in the UK, and he's going to have an absolute. Well, everybody's going to be like shaking his hands.
It's a Monday night match, but I'm sure it'll still be buzzing.
It's Stano. Oh, look at his little face. He's so excited, isn't he?
He's blushing.
It's you're used to it, Paul. It'll be my first time going up where people actually know who I am. So I've been to St James's Park many times, but I went as a complete anonymous person. So
not anymore, my man.
It'd be weird having
Not
friends,
anymore.
but it'd be good.
Exactly. Alan says, Miggy not good. Man City 4-0 winners. Sorry. John Sinclair, hit me with your prediction, my man.
Sure. I'm going to go Man City 2-0. I think it'd be too strong first. We'll give it a go, but I think it'd be really too strong.
Well, again, it's one of these things, isn't it? Like we said last week, it's you know, we were talking before the game, John, on Saturday. It's about, you know, how we play, and we don't get rolled over. You know, as long as Man City come off the pitch knowing they've been in a game, it's one of them for us at the minute this season where we just say, right, let's just see what happens.
But according to John, Man City won't play us to be overplaying Milan.
Well,
yeah. Right, John. Thanks for coming on, pal.
You too, man. I'll see you next week.
I'll speak to you soon, buddy.
You too, buddy. Take care, guys.
Take care,
See you
man.
later.
Good night.
Good
John. Rohan?
Well, I was a bit over optimistic for the Liverpool game, so I'm gonna actually be realistic, and I think it'll be more difficult away from home. I mean, they've got a difficult game against Real Madrid. Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
So, depending how that goes, they could easily go out there and lose the tie because Real Madrid have it in them. But either way, you're hoping that they come back tired. But either way, I think we'll probably lose 3-1, I'd say. And
who's going to score for us?
I think it'll probably be Willock.
Willock
off the bench.
Interesting. Right. Well, thanks for coming on, Rohan, and we'll see you again next week. Hopefully, a bit earlier this time.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, man. You take care. See you soon.
All right. See you later. See you later,
Good night.
guys.
Best luck.
Susan says that you might need the glasses, Alex, for when you come up. The Stato glasses that just have statistics going right across the glasses like that you buy in Blackpool. That's interesting. Dublin.
Oh yeah, I think 2-2.
You're going for Desmond?
Yeah.
And yes, Susan, that's not a footballer.
Going for the Desmond. If Wilson's back, I think he'll get one. I've seen hints that he could be back, but
I think Trippier will be back before Wilson. I think Wilson will be back for Arsenal. I think, but hey ho, man, you know we could be surprised. You never know.
Yeah, well, if it's Trips, then I'd say a free kick from Trippier and then Bruno.
I'd take a 2-2 definitely. Right, mate. Thanks for coming on, and we'll catch you next week.
Been always say it.
Cheers, buddy.
Best of luck.
Good night, mate. And Chippers.
Well, Pat, I'm going to go for a 3-0 City.
Pat, get out of my pub.
My voice is that going now. I think 3-0 to them.
What you been swallowing at the weekend? Oh, don't answer that. Actually,
Yeah, you need to suck on a fisherman's friend, Chippers.
What?
A fisherman's friend. Oh,
I'm going to go down the Rovers.
No, come on then.
3-0 City.
3-0 City.
I just think.
Mate, you have to.
I think if it was at St James's, I'd be a bit more confident. But because it's there, they're pretty ruthless at home. So I think.
Yeah, they are.
And it's the wrong time to play them when they've got something to play for, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're still in everything, aren't they? So it's our bad, but hey ho. Right, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man. Good
See you,
night.
Sam.
Right, Ryan.
I'll go 3-1 Man City, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's going to get our solitary goal, Ryan? Who's it going to be?
Dan Byrne.
My God. So I take it you're thinking of a set piece there. Yeah. Fair enough. Carl's actually going for a win for the Toon because we're taking no prisoners. Gary says, good night, all. Great show as always. Like Liverpool, one either way, says Dave. Paul, check out our subscriber number. Okay. Douche. Oy. We're over 10,500 now. Absolutely fantastic.
Sure, it's not £6.10 in reverse. Is that what she's getting at? Maybe.
Oh my God.
What? No, it's not. It's
10,506.
10,506, Alex. So keep your £6.10 and ram it up your backside.
Anyway, Ryan, Saturday, cheers, mate, for what you and Alex did. Really helped me out.
Yes, actually, no Ryan. Yeah, I did give you a shout out on the show the other day to say thank you, but thanks for what you did, mate. Big help.
I got that IPTV stuff as well. It's so clutch. It's better than paying $20 a month for DAZN. Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's sorted anyway, but thank you for your help, mate. Really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Anything for you guys, man.
Cheers, man. I Like Coffee says we'll win 3-1 easily with Edison having howlers losing the ball while having dance battles with ASM. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dominic says a 3-1 City win. Chris Wood to get a hat-trick. Pigs may fly, mind. Whitey says great show, guys. Thanks. And Julie says, Alex, I would never. ... Yes, you would, Julie. Clearly you would because you put a laughing emoji. Right, Ryan, thanks for coming on, mate, and catch you next time.
See you, mate.
See you, mate.
Take it easy, pal. Right, Roy, it is down to the King of Qatar for the final vote.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Depends what happens tomorrow as well. They might be on a high after beating Real Madrid. They might lose that game as well and then destroy us after that. So,
yeah.
I've been optimistic all season, but this one, I think 5-1 City. I think
5-1 City.
Yeah, 5-1. I can see it. We're just gonna.
So you think we're gonna fall over like we did at Tottenham?
It depends. If they score an early goal, we're just gonna collapse. It's gonna be a bit similar to what happened with Spurs. And if you remember the first leg when we played them, and they scored after 1 minute when Clark ducked down and let the ball go through to the striker.
Yeah,
he's not playing, but we're just gonna. I don't know. I hope we can handle them. It depends if he's got De Bruyne. Which 11 is he going to pick as well?
I think if Dan Burn ducks down, he's still going to end up heading it because he's so tall. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
good point.
But I think that because they're playing for the league as well, and I'm not sure if does Liverpool play before them or after them. They're just going to keep going. Both teams are just going to keep going to the end of the season.
I think they're both playing on Sunday, aren't they?
I think Liverpool play Saturday. I think Liverpool they certainly play before Man City.
Right. Because we play at 4:30 on Sunday, don't we? So
I think it depends how they do in the Champions League as well, I guess.
Yeah.
If they win, then they're still in all the competitions. But if they do get knocked out, then they will turn 100% attention to the league. So they might. It will change how they approach the game, probably.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. It is May the 4th now.
Oh, May the 4th be with you, Roy.
Be with you, yeah. And I've got my lightsaber here.
Well, actually, it's not. Oh my God!
But it's still not going to help us on Sunday, I'm afraid.
What all? You with your bloody lightsaber.
Oh, he's got Man City colours as well. Yeah, should be black and white lightsaber.
Exactly.
Nah. I'm a Jedi. I'm not going to get a red one.
Well, that's very true. The poshest talking Darth Vader I've ever heard in my life was at the game on Sunday, the ladies' game. Honestly, God, crazy. Right, Roy, thanks for coming on, mate.
Cheers, lads.
We'll catch you next week, mates. Have a good weekend. Speak to you soon.
You too. Hope I'm wrong.
See you, boy. As well. See you soon, buddy.
See you, mate.
Take care. You, mate. So there you go. Of course, me, Billy, and Ryan, and Ryan. I keep calling you Ryan. I don't know why. Me, Billy, and Alex will be obviously giving our predictions on Friday night's preview show. So the four of us will be back for that one at 8 o'clock on Friday night. But that is it for the fan forum. Again, another cracking show. Lots of opinions, etc. Thank you to everybody that joined in the live show. Thank you to the everybody that joined in the chat, as well as the super chatters, thank you so much for your donations again to the channel. Honestly, blows me away, as I say, every time. So thank you so much for that. If you have enjoyed the show, please do hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys, because we need to get the likes up. Get us into that search area on YouTube and let them know how awesome we are. And do hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. And you can become a member of the Toon Review if you hit the join button just underneath the video. Or if you're on iOS, go to the Instagram page, click the link in the bio on there. That'll take you to a desktop page where you can hit the join button on there as well. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well, where you will be notified of any future uploads and live shows, recordings, etc. And finally, thank you to Geordie Riffs again. Premium guitar lessons for beginners and children based in the Northeast. Guitar repairs and servicing. Recording studio also available, and offering your first guitar lesson completely free of charge if you mentioned the Toon Review. You'll find them at geordieriffs.co.uk, Instagram at Geordie Riffs, and Facebook Geordie Riffs Official. And that is it for the show. Thank you to the mods, Susan and Julie tonight, working hard. Well, I don't know why I'm saying thank you to Susan after some of them comments tonight. Absolutely shocking, but never mind. I will deal with her later. No. Finish the show, Paul. But thank you very much for joining. And we will see you. The next scheduled live show is, of course, Friday night at 8 o'clock for the preview of the Man City game with Billy, Alex, me, and, of course, Danielle will be back for that one. Friday lunchtime will probably be a video out with a press conference reaction. And if there's any news happens between now and then, we may go live, we may not. You can catch me tomorrow night over on Loaded HQ with the lads at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So do give them a subscribe as well. Great channel, great bunch of lads. And we'll be having a good laugh on there. So if you want to see me blabbering on again tomorrow night, head over to Loaded HQ YouTube channel. Do drop them a subscription as well. Brilliant channel, as I say, and we'll see you then. But until Friday night at the moment, we will see you later. Have a great rest of the week, guys. Take care, be kind, and good night.
Away the lads.